Hello, everyone. I am back. Whew. I have all kinds of messages up here, and I forgot that I had to change the orientation. It didn't show up. So when I tried to go live, it wouldn't let me. But now I'm live, and I'm going to see if I can get myself up. Oh, there I am. All right. I've got myself live on my computer, and let me get myself on my iPad. Come on. That's 2 weeks ago. Why can't I get it up on my iPad? Okay. There I am. Okay, I just want to check and make sure that I have everything up. I am so glad to be home with my little girl. Missed her. She had a great time with the dog sitter. The dog sitter took her to her place, and because she has puppies, and they played and played and played and played. And she was pooped when I got home, which is good because then that gives me a chance to kind of relax. Driving for 6 hours can wear you out. So, but she took the one day, recuperated. The next day, she was still a little tired, but not anymore. She is raring to go. She is a pistol, lots of energy. So she keeps me busy, but that's good because I laugh a lot at her. I talk to her. You know, when you live alone, you do those kind of things. All right. I have been using sketches and showing you different ways to use this sketch and create cards. Today, I am going to use a sketch and I'm going to show you how to take the focal image and use that idea with different shapes to make a card. And I actually chose one die set to use that had different shapes for today's card. So it'll be a fun day. I have quite a few I have three cards, and they're all entirely different. So, you know, just to show you, you can take and change things up a bit and get some different ideas. Let's see. Our weather here is gorgeous. It's like 70s, windy, but a warm wind, which isn't bad. We had rain this morning. It's like cloudy and sunny. So I'm hoping that it stays sunny so that I can take her for a walk later today. I got her in last night. It rained really hard, and I looked at the map and I had a window of opportunity, and I took advantage of it and took her for her walk at 5 so that she had some extra energy out. I even took her for a little bit longer walk in midday because I didn't think I was going to get out. So she's about ready for her afternoon nap, so she keeps looking at her crate because she knows that's where she's supposed to be. So I'm going to put her in there, and we're going to get started. If you are in here, say hello so I know that you can see and hear what I'm saying. I am going to get ready and flip this down. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes. Let's see. Okay, I've got it down. Now I just have to get it in the holder. Give me a few more minutes. I say minutes, but it's really seconds. All right. Okay, you can open your eyes. I've got it pretty well set up. I want to make sure I'm within frame. Okay, I went looking for a sketch, and I found this one. And I thought it would be a great one to use because this is an image here. And I wanted to show you how, even though this is a rectangle, you can do different things with it. So I got to thinking. First thing I did was, as I've explained in another video, it was either 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I can't remember which, how to enlarge this to get the size. So I enlarged it. This shape is 2.5 by 3.5. Now that does not mean you have to use that size, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So after I got that done, I've got this all set up, ready to go into my notebook. So I have it. This here can be used for sentiments. I typically don't add sentiments, so I'm not going to have that image on there. So you'll see what it looks like if you don't add it. If you are a sentiment person, add it. I like to keep mine general so that I can use it for however I want. All right, so I looked in my catalog, and the Nested Essentials dies was perfect for this idea. It had 3 shapes. It had the rectangle, it had a banner, and it had this one that looks to me like a coffin, but I have no idea what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Is that a hexagon? Hexagon. This is the largest of the rectangles. This is the largest of the banners. Excuse me. This is the second from the smallest. So it's the smallest, and then this one. The other 2, 3, and 4 were way too big for the card front. All right, so let's get started. I'm putting everything back where they go. All right, I'm going to start with the rectangle. All right. And the first thing I did was, I didn't think or feel I had to use a solid color here. So I took some of the Meandering Meadow DSP and I cut that out with that shape. So there's the rectangle shape. It needed a background, and I tried a couple of different ones and it didn't look right. So I ended up using Blueberry Bushel. And when I put it on there, it was kind of plain. So I took the Fern 3D embossing folder and I've embossed it, and I'm going to add this to here. And because it's embossed, I need to use, she hears people outside now. I need to use some double-sided tape. So I'm going to add double-sided tape to my image and to my panel. So I'm going to put that on here. This is a quick card. All you have to do is cut your shape. And I kind of wanted to do a masculine idea because we all need masculine cards. So I'm going to take and I'm going to use this one as a masculine idea. So that's why I chose the blue. I tried the greens. I didn't like them. Too harsh. Oh, I forgot. I got to put tape on this. So I'm going to add tape all the way around on this one. It's easy if you add your tape all at once. So here we go. The UPS guy came next door, and my neighbor is out with his dog, so they were chatting and she heard it. So she thinks somebody's here for her. Wrong. All right, I'm going to put this on a white card base. So I'm going to fold it in half and burnish it. Always burnish your cards. Okay. Now remember, if you want to leave me a comment, you have to subscribe to my channel. So underneath of here is a little black button that says subscribe. So if you subscribe to my channel, you can leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. And Then you can give me suggestions for ideas. Oops, upside down. Watch that. All right. This looks dark, but it looks fine on my computer and my iPad. I don't know why it looks dark for me. I did change the orientation of my lights, and I closed my blinds because I get a glare if I don't. So here's this, almost. All right, so here's this. Now, when you put this on, it's not quite centered top to bottom, but side to side. So I'm going to move it up a little, and I'm going to put that on there. And then I thought, I need something to go with it for this image here. So I pulled out my bow punch, which is current, and I forgot to grab some paper. Let's see. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to use white. So give me a second to grab some paper here. And I'm going to put this one in here. This is just a scrap. And I'm not worried about having both pieces, but I got it out of there easy. Love it when I can do that. All right, so I'm going to put this one here and this one here. All right. I think it needed the white because, ooh, welcome, Lindsay, Isle of Man. I hope that sounds as lovely, or I hope it's as lovely as it sounds. All right, I'm going to put this one on. I was just down in South Carolina last week at Kiowa Island, which is a big golfing resort down there. Tiger Woods has a home there. We didn't see him, but we did ride around and look at the mansions. Whoa, were they awesome. Of course, I wouldn't want them because they were on the ocean, and if you have a hurricane, you have a mess. But I guess they can afford it, so. All right, so there's that first idea. All right, and it's a masculine card. Trying to get my pen back in here. There it goes. Don't want to leave it open because I haven't, being gone, I didn't use it, and so I didn't want it to get clogged up. All right, now this is simple layer card. If you decide to add a sentiment, oh, bummer, cold and wet. We're balmy, nice temperature, and we did have rain this morning. It'll probably rain again. We've got some storms going through. You can pop up your sentiment across here, and a great masculine card when you need one. All right, so there's that idea. Then I decided to use this shape from the Nested Essentials dies, and this one was already cut out, and it uses the collection, which one of these? I think this is the Brights collection. It had a stripe in there and dots. I'm going to use the stripes for this one. So I'm going to pull in my piece of white, which is going to go on here like so. And I'm going to glue this down. So I had used this to make a frame, and this was left over, so it's a perfect way to use this. And again, I'm going to add this to my card base as close to center as I can get. Remember, it's a handmade card, doesn't have to be perfect. All right, I'm going to put it on my card base, which is Coastal Cabana. I figured we need some bright colors. Spring is coming soon, and I am so ready for it. I want some color. I'm tired of the dreary winter days. I know we have to have it. At least we don't get snow down here, or if we do, it doesn't last. We did have a snap of really cold weather, though, which is unusual for us. Bitter, bitter cold. All right. I'm in North Carolina, so. All right, so there's the card base. So we have this image. And I thought, I thought I would pull in my circle sayings set, and I thought I would make this one a birthday card. So I'm going to use my cupcake and happy birthday from this set. And I grabbed a scrap of white, and I'm just going to grab one from over here because I have to stamp my image. Now, you can stamp this in black and color it in, but my favorite thing to do is to take my markers and color my image. Now, you can do this with photopolymer after you've used them a lot, or treat them with a stamp eraser. Those are great for doing that. Then I'm going to take my Coastal Cabana marker, and I'm going to color my icing, and I'm going to stamp it. Now, technically, you're supposed to huff on it. I have found I don't need to huff on it. There's enough moisture here that it works. So there's my cupcake. Now, what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to use some Wink of Stella because I used Smoky Slate, which is a gray, to give it the look of aluminum. And if I, those foil papers. So I'm going to take my what's this thing called? My Wink of Stella. And I cleaned it off. And I've done that. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to do the same thing with my icing. And the Wink of Stella, because the ink is water-based, will bleed the color out. You can do the same thing with a blender pen, marker, things like that. Now I need to take, oh, I totally missed. There's a whole section down here that I missed. The cupcake. So I'm going to go in here. So it just adds a little sparkle. And I'm going to cut this out. And it's a simple cut. There isn't a die for this. The die is a circle, hence the name Circle Sayings. But I find I can cut this fairly easy. All right, get rid of this. And I'm going to cut this down here. And now I have my cupcake all cut. All right. And I am going to pop this one up. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals here. I'm going to put one here and one here. These are from my paper pumpkin that I haven't used. So I've been trying to use them up. They are harder to get off than our other dimensionals. So you have to kind of pop them out. Now, I'm going to put that right there. And then I took the happy birthday from that set, and I'm going to ink it up with Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday right up here. And you can add some gems to it if you want, for some interest. The ones that I would use, my festive pearls, are downstairs, so I don't have those. So there's card 2 with that same sketch, and I think it does need some gems on there. All right, and this card can be used for anybody. All right, if you've got, we had the gems that were candles, those would be so cute on there. I don't have any left. So there's card 2. Now card 3, it's going to use this shape, and I'm going to cut that shape out of this paper. I didn't have enough time to do this beforehand, so I'm going to cut it real quick now. And we are going to make our 3rd card and be done with today's cards. All right, so there's today's card. I thought I would do some flowers. So I wanted this, and I'm going to put it on here for some color. This is the exposed brick embossing folder. Great embossing folder. I love the way it's got the bricks and the like the mortar or whatever it is that they have on there. I'm going to put flowers on here, but the other thing I wanted to do is I'm using the Petal Park stamp set. I'm going to use these flowers, but I wanted some greenery up here. So this is all one stamp. So I'm going to take that stamp, and I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper here because I'm going to stamp it off. And I'm going to use the smaller section up here, and I'm going to ink that up with my Memento pad. And now I have to be careful because I got ink there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in like so, and I'm going to put it down. So I watched this, and I made sure I didn't get it on the tag. All right, so there's that one. All right, I've got that and that. Again, got to use my tear and tape, my double-sided tape, because it needs to be stick down. I know some people use glue. I do not, because I find that with embossing folders, you have plateaus and valleys. And when you use glue, it goes down into the valley, it hardens, and it's not stuck to anything. This way, your tape is all the way across, and it is going to stick to your card without any issues. All right, and I'm going to use 3 strips on this, 1 on each side and 1 in the middle. Okay, and this is all going to go on a Berry Burst card base. So I'm going to pull in my card base, and I'm going to get it ready to go. Okay, let me get my backs off. When you put on double-sided tape, make sure you burnish the one end, because if you don't, you'll pull the whole tape away. Whereas if you burnish it, it makes the tape stick to the cardstock, and you're not gonna pull it all up. I've done that a couple of times, forgotten to burnish it. All right, so I've got everything ready here's that and that. All right. And I always look at this. For some reason, one way appeals to me over the other. All right, so I've got that. Now I'm going to put this in. And this time I'm going to move it to the side slightly. You know, so you can move your image. It doesn't have to be in the middle. Now I have scrap paper. I have those flowers. And I have the Berry Burst ink. All right, and I'm going to stamp them. All right, like so. Now these are all joined together because when you take and flip your punch over to punch it out, they perfectly line up. And I'm going to use this piece of Post-it note because my white is the same size, doesn't give me anything to hold on to. So you're going to get it in there, line it up. I got to come down just slightly. Okay. All right, hang on. I have to concentrate. Okay. There we go. Always have a Post-it note nearby to use. All right, I'm not going to add the leaves because the leaves are there. And I'm off a little on those. Oh, my. Okay, I'm going to take a dimensional, and I need some of the ones, the regular ones from the catalog. Here's one I can use. The reason being is the ones from Paper Pumpkin are actually slightly thicker, or maybe that's a Paper Pumpkin one. It is. See the difference? I don't know if I'll pull it closer. The Paper Pumpkin ones are a little bit fatter. All right, I'm waiting. Mine is behind. I just switched it. So give it a minute. There we go. So you can see. All right. So with that, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to use this last one that's a Paper Pumpkin one and put it there. All right. I should have reversed it, but that's okay. Now, these pop off so easy. I love them. These are a little bit more finicky. Okay. I don't like using my fingernails because that's bad for your fingers. All right, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it here. And again, you can take and add, this one I can kind of tuck under because it's not as high. You can add some gems in the center, which I will do. So there are the 3 ideas for this sketch. This one used the same shape, the rectangle. This one used a different shape. This one used a banner and I offset it. So using that one sketch, I have 3 cards. So great way to use your stash and come up with some fun ideas. So let me get ready. I'm going to flip this around. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes and give me a minute to flip this up and get it set up. All right, come on. Oh, it did flip. I was going to say it didn't flip, but it is. So there you go, guys. So some ideas for you. I hope you got inspired by my cards. I will add other stuff to them, and I post them on my blog, but it won't be, probably not for a week or two. I'm way behind on my cards. I need to take and get caught up since I've been gone. I found a lot of cards that I had done for Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives, and so I've been trying to post them. I hope you have a fabulous afternoon and you have some fun plans and that you enjoy the afternoon. And if it's too cold and wet, rainy, whatever, craft away. Great way to spend the afternoon. I'll be back next Wednesday with another idea using a sketch, unless I find something else. Sometimes I find something. I thought I would do sketches for a while just to show you how easy it is to use them. So you guys have a great afternoon. Bye.